Alright, I found what I think is a 100% consistent, or at least very, very, very close, setup for the Radical Highway Mockbounce. Now, I'm just going to run through the trick once, real quick, because I more or less have it down to muscle memory, just to show it actually working, and then I'm going to go through and explain it. And there we go, landed the trick. So, most of this setup, as far as I can tell, is identical to the typical Mockbounce, but it varies in a very, very slight way between what's done in like Dage and Drums runs, and, well, the thing itself. So, you'll want to set the trick up normally. When you land here, charge a spin dash, and then angle it slightly upright so that you're right along the guardrail. When you get to the end, tap X twice to do a somersault that will put you at the very edge of the platform, and then the second X press cancels the teeter animation. So I may be far enough. Now, here's where the difference comes in. Normally you would just start charging a spin dash here, stay in place, get your lineup, and then once you have enough charge, just go for the Mockbounce. But there are a number of ways that Mockbounce can fail. It can misfire and just send you straight. It can send you kind of high, but not high enough. You can miss the rail entirely and fall off into the abyss. You can fly backwards. I believe most of that is on angle, but this new method, it eliminates some of those. And again, gives you a visual cue. So what I do is when I start charging the spin dash, I walk towards this little guardrail, and if I did it properly, Shadow should slightly clip into it, because apparently storage does that, either right as his spin dash charges, or just before. Now right here I may not be far enough on the rail, but we're still going to go for it. Or far enough forward on the bridge for the trick to work, but we're still going to go. So I've clipped in slightly. And there you go. That's what happens if you weren't far enough out, as far as I can tell. But again, if I do that, just single segment, like I'm not trying to break it down and commentate, it works. It's just something you can commit to muscle memory, and then you should get it just fine. So again, land, angle, few somersaults because I'm a coward, line up, boom, landed it. That one didn't go as far. Now, it is pretty rare that you actually die from it. Almost every single time you'll land up here. Occasionally, you'll get a kind of wonky camera, but you'll still land, like, right down here, in which case you can just go straight to the pulley. And yeah, that's basically the trick. So, main difference, instead of just stopping and trying to charge it up, get the lineup, and yada yada yada, walk towards the rail. If Shadow clips in, you should be good. I'm not entirely sure why it works. I'm not that familiar with the game's engine. I have guesses, but boom. Very, very consistent trick. Since I've started doing this, the amount of times that I've missed it is in the vast, vast minority. And I just figured this out like maybe an hour or two ago, I don't know. Maybe less. But yeah, so come up here, land, angle yourself. You can go for a second somersault if you want. That probably burns a little bit more time, but you can still hit the rocket around 24. That's probably just on me having worse movements. I'm sure you can polish it up. But yeah, I have found this setup to work very well, and I hope it works for you too. Just gonna go for it one last time. Of course, this is probably gonna be the one that I actually miss. Nah, it's a good trick. Good setup. Mockbounce is hype. Gotta do it in runs. And there we go. Oh yeah, sometimes you can actually just not homing attack. You get enough of a forward angle with your bounce that you can just clip up to like around here. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat trick.